Hi, I'm Blake. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have some fun clips for you. I decided to take you along with me to the bookstore where I work. I was gonna do a full-on come to work with me, but as you know, bookstores get busy during the holidays, especially, and so it got a little chaotic. So I stopped filming parts. So I have a full bookstore tour for you. I have some the main street that we are on, called Main Street, are all decked out for Christmas. So I have some clips of that. We're very hallmarky as a street in the town that we're in, St. Charles. And it is, you never know what you're going to get with this street. And so Ralph's Coffee pulled up randomly. So there's a little video of me going out and looking at this truck. There's a giant Christmas tree in the back of this red truck with pulling a Ralph's Coffee truck as well. So it was pretty funny because all of a sudden I heard this commotion and my coworkers said, "Oh my gosh, Ralph's Coffee just rolled up." So we had to go check out that. There's also this fun clip of Anna Huang, who wrote The Defender. She gave us cookies for doing a pre-order for her. So we had a pre-order campaign and we got cookies and a card from Source Books and Anna Huang. So that was really fun and the cookies were delicious. So that was a fun little treat for yesterday. I also wanted to include this really cool clip. We have this processional that I can't remember the name of it, and I should, but it happened last weekend, and it's a candlelight processional that happens during the holiday season. And so I have the clip of all of these candles and these people walking down Main Street and from our balcony, and I thought that was really cool. So I wanted to also include that in here as well. When I come back, we'll do a couple of arcs that I wanted to share with you that are going to be published next year. But this is just an intro to kind of show you what you're going to see next. So let's go. I am getting ready to go into the bookstore today, so I thought I would take you along with me. So you're going to see our cute little street on Main Street and then some clips from the store. So I hope you enjoy. So you saw some lovely clips of the bookstore, of Main Street, and then you just saw some clips also of my drive home, where it's shaky and it's on cobblestone, but you can kind of see through my dirty Midwest windshield, because, salt and cars and lovely things are not the cleanest sometimes during this season. So you'll see Main Street with the lovely decorations. The whole street up and down is like that. So I thought I would try to get a little bit of footage of that too. So that is what you saw. And now I have some book racks. So one thing I love about working in a bookstore is I get physical arcs. I also get a lot of digital arcs, and most of the stuff that I read are digital, but every once in a while I get a treat of some physical books as well, because that's not as common anymore. I feel like after or before COVID, that was a common thing. People would always just get physical arcs, but I think after or during COVID, they switched a lot to digital, so there's not as many physical arcs floating around, and so when I get my hands on some, it's always a treat. So I have 3 for you today that will come out early next year, and they are all mystery thrillers. So, and they're hopefully some names that you'll recognize. So we'll see what we come up with. The first one, I have Mary Kubica. I think it's Kubica, but I've heard it said different ways. I need to work on my pronunciation. That's one of my faults. So bear with me. I'll work on it, I promise. So this one's called It's Not Her. It is due out, I have notes, February 3rd of 2026. And it's basically about, I wrote some notes on the back, so it'll be quick. 2 families vacationing at a secluded lake resort, and they find themselves in a center of a crime and a disappearance. At the whole town has like secrets, and they're buried deep, and you get to kind of unwrap those as well. And everyone has something to hide. So if you're a fan of Mary Kubica, pick it up. But also, this one's got a ton of buzz, and I read it, and I think I read half of it actually. I don't want to completely throw you off. But I need to get back to it. Everything just kind of, when you have all these books that come in, you just want to like dabble in a little bit, and I need to stop. I need to focus on what I'm reading and stop like reading 20 pages of each book. So this one looks really good though. I can't wait to dive back into it. I think once I get some holiday reading done, this is one of the first ones I'm going to pick up. So my next one is A Sociopath's Guide to a Successful Marriage, and this one's by M.K. Oliver. And this one's out as well in February. The tagline in the back of the book says, "A good mother will kill for her family and sometimes for fun." That drew me in immediately. It kind of gave me Finley Donovan vibes. And I love that series. So I immediately was drawn to this. So she's juggling a lot. Her family, her husband, now a dead body, police, and a past that she thought was hidden. That drew me in. Even the cover's nice. I like the cover. But I always like domestic thrillers, and this one seems a little bit more quirky and a little bit more closer to aligned to Finley Donovan. So I'm excited to read this one. It'll go on my January TBR for sure. And my last one is one that people will definitely recognize if you're in the mystery thriller genre already, because this is a third. Okay, so this author has had 2 major books and then a novella. So I don't know if you count that as 4 or if you count that as 2.5, or I'm sorry, 3 and 2.5. I'm not sure. So however you count it, this is Benjamin Stevenson's next book. It is due out in March of 2026. This time we get a heist. It's a heist gone wrong. It's a locked room mystery, and this locked room is a bank, which is fun. And everyone inside the bank becomes both a suspect and a potential accomplice. So if you like Benjamin Stevenson, this one should already be on your list. If you like a locked room mystery, pick this one up. The audiobook is always fantastic as well. So if you are an audio listener, make sure you're on the lookout for this author. If you haven't picked him up yet, make sure you start with Everyone. I have it here. Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone is the first one, but you really don't have to read them in order if you don't want to. I say that with like a little bit of muted tones because I have friends that are very stickler when it comes to reading in order. I have become that way, but usually the authors are genuine, or genuine. They are nice enough, there we go, to write a book with clues and things that you already know from previous books, but they put them in there for you for those of you who have not picked up a book by them before. So you don't necessarily have to read them in order. But I'm very excited about this one. So those are 3 books that are coming out early next year. Let me know if any of them are on your list. And also let me know in the comments below if you would like some more bookstore footage. But until next time, happy reading.